Welcome back to another episode of Technical Analysis Warehouse. Today we're going to take a quick look at some futures, then jump over to a few stocks, including AMC, PLTR, QuantumScape Coin, tickers as well as FREQ, Snow, and OXY. First, we'll take a look at futures. I kind of like to lead with this to see how we could potentially set up tomorrow. Right now, we're fairly flat at 6.25 points or 0.05%. The Asian market did kind of drop us here recently. We were up, I think, between 25 and 35 points there for a little while, at least between like 5 and 7 or so. So Asian markets did sell off. We're seeing that kind of impact our futures right now. But what are we kind of looking for? What would be bullish from here on out? It's really to hold this 13.8 level that we're seeing. So today it kind of dropped down to that 13,763, and then it worked its way back up to 13.8 plus. Right now we're at 13.803. You can come back here and kind of see a little bit of a resistance here, and then we had some resistance here. So what we're hoping now is that'll serve as support, although weak. So for right now, it's fairly flat. Let's see if we can jump over some charts and see if we have some green futures tomorrow, how things might set up for us a little bit better. So first off, I do have OXY pulled up, and what you're going to see is a little bit of a downward channel here. We did hit a high of 32.52, which is a post-COVID high, and then we've worked into this channel on our way down. Kind of what we saw today was a very bullish move due to one of the upgrades that we got to $32. Can't remember the name of it right now, but did serve as a good reversal. So kind of what we're seeing right now is our 9-day average serving as support. We did jump all the way from 24 to 25.27 and built off that and worked our way up to the 20-day simple moving average that acted as resistance. That is 26.35. So what do we hope? We hope to see this volume continue to pick up. Oil futures continue to rise. And then hopefully we get over this resistance line right here of 26.35 as the 9 and the 20 crossover. Jump over to PLTR. PLTR had quite a wild day today. One of the problems that kind of presented itself is we had such a good bullish day yesterday that the 9 and 20 really haven't caught up to the 50 yet. And what happened is we opened up directly below the 50-day average. So what we saw was a short swing up and then pretty much downside through the entire day. And we did bounce briefly off the 9-day average and actually broke a little bit below that. It does look like looks like it could serve as support. If that does break tomorrow, which is the, let's see here, 23.74, we could see another drop back down to 23.38 for the 20-day average. Good thing is volume is picking up. The TTM squeeze indicator is consolidating back to look for a squeeze pattern. MACD is strengthening. RSI did weaken today. Tomorrow should be very telling where the stock goes, though. Look at QuantumScape, a very speculative stock, highly talked about on Reddit and some other forums. Have some of the leading technology for batteries. I've talked about it several times before. It is now back down to that low $40 range. It has served as support multiple times. I do believe this will be either the triple or fourth time, 3 or 4 times now that we've kind of seen these bottoms here. So a low of 41.12, a low of 37.79, and it immediately came back up and closed much higher at $44. Keep going down here, the low of 40.52 served as support, and now we basically bounced today off of 40.68. Really need to see this stock pick up, need to see some volume get back into it, and what we really need to look for is regaining this 9-day average, which is 44.75. After it regains that, we need to regain our 20-day average after the two diverge at 49.05, and then look for our 50-day average as resistance at 51.43. TTM squeeze isn't looking like it's reversing yet, although it is flattening a little bit. MACD is still diverging down, is not in a consolidation pattern, and RSI is showing weakness. So we'll see how that goes. Coin, the first crypto tickers. So pretty wild day. There's no data here really, other than we have a low of 310 and a high of 430, which is a very big swing. So what we'll do, we'll look briefly at the 5 candle average here, and what we'll do, we'll look at what happened after hours. So after hours, the 920 crossed over, and we saw a very nice, I guess, uptick in the stock from this 330 range all the way back up to 351. See, people lost the confidence right here, and it sold off. 10 minutes left of after hours there. Not much to say on the TTM. There's not enough data there. Not a lot to say on the MACD. We did enter almost an oversold condition, so maybe we'll see that bounce there early in the pre-market tomorrow. Go over to a stock that someone kind of brought to my attention. I don't know a lot about it other than it's Frequency Therapeutics. It's in the healthcare. It had a massive sell-off, and that sell-off included a $33.25 to $7.69 drop. Not knowing much about the stock, it does interest me still, just because of this large volume spike we had here that had a good jump from the $9 range, I think, all the way up to 13 and some change. Why this interests me is the TTM squeeze indicator on the daily is consolidating back. It will look for potentially a squeeze later on. MACD looks good, RSI strengthening. We need to regain the 9-day average, work our way back up to the 20-day average at 1487. My guess is those will diverge, and we probably won't see a huge upswing until then. But then that 2785 and 50-day average could serve as resistance later, which make for a great trade. Probably need a catalyst to get there, though, but I'd keep that on the watch list. We'll look at Snow, another great tech company. Large swings. We've seen this stock trade anywhere from 205 to 429, which would be 100% upside. Right now, it's trading at 229.14. So let's go ahead and jump back in here. It did bounce today off the 20-day average, which is 229.14. The 9-day average is at 231.76. So we need to regain that 231 to potentially see a 253. I'll wait to kind of move on from there, since that's going to take several days likely, or some very green futures. TTM squeeze indicator actually isn't a squeeze pattern, but we squeezed down today. It works both ways, unfortunately, sometimes. MACD did diverge up. Didn't really see a lot of strength today. RSI did weaken. We did see a 180-point drop in the NASDAQ. So a lot of stocks are following that. I will jump over to AMC, another highly sought after stock on the Reddit forums. Actually saw kind of a bullish reversal today on a somewhat weak day, which is very positive. You'll see here that volume is picking up. We did regain our 50-day average, and we jumped over the 9-day average, and it consolidated back down to the 50. What do we want to see? We want to see a regain of the 9 at 953, and then work back to that 1059. Eventually, hopefully see those diverge. And who knows where it goes from there. If we get a big volume spike, we could certainly get back up in that 15 range. If it breaks that, who knows, maybe back up to 20. Maybe we'll get one of those gamma squeeze everybody talks about. Looking through these indicators, today was the first reversal pattern, or first reversal for the TTM squeeze indicator. And what we're hoping to see is this right here, this pattern from here to here, which is explosive typically. I mean, we went from 585 all the way to $15 in less than a couple weeks there. MACD is starting to diverge back to the upside. RSI is strengthening. Could see some good things. Keep it on your watch list, guys. Just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just reading charts and patterns. This is for entertainment purposes. I hope it does help you in your trading. Take care, and appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to the episode.